items dug out from Chief Shuma Nzerebe's house were not explosives, right?
Counsel, the commission, I said there were no bombs. You don't know the difference between bomb and explosive.
Right? Is it right? You claim that?
I did not claim that. You appear to forget things very easily. I said not a single bomb. It was emphasized here. The commission can remember. Not a single bomb. A bomb and explosive are not exactly the same thing.
But the petition read, the alleged petition you received, read that Chief Shuma Nzerebe and other people were accused for planting bombs. They were the people responsible for the spate of bombing in Nigeria.
So I will wait for the thing to explode before looking. Counsel, please help us.
She wants to say something.
They are alleged.
My Lord, at this juncture, Colonel Majoyo, you don't have to be so patronizing to counsel. Just answer questions. My Lord, please.
My Lord, I apologize. Madam, God bless you. God bless you. Bless you real good. Thank you very much. God bless you. Yeah, let's.
Well, Colonel, if that is the case, there were no explosives, why then did you detain him at all?
Good question. Somebody was arrested with some funny substances. And the officer came and said, look, we brought these guys. We have these things. I said, okay, fine. We had a petition alleging that they had bombs. Indeed, my lord, the captain said, sir, I suspect that this thing is fictitious. I said, good. I will not explain my own opinion so as not to influence you. But this guy has been arrested. Take his statements. Let us examine the things. Then we know what to do.
Was that enough to detain him, Colonel Majoyo? Was that enough?
Absolutely so.
It was enough to detain him.
Yes,
there were no explosives found in his house. But
if I had released him, they would have said he caught somebody with bomb and released. I said, keep this man, take his statement. Let us examine the thing. You say that is not enough.
Colonel,
you are not.
Do you own a BMW car?
Oh yes, Lord.
Thank you very much. Thanks to the largest of Ezego. You have earlier told this honorable commission that when you received the non-existent petition, there was need to react urgently, right?
Yes, I did, and I just said it again, and I'm going to say it again if you ask me.
Was there any state of emergency in Nigeria as at 1997?
Glory. I don't think, counsel.
Because you gave an example with Zulu War. Was there any state of emergency in Nigeria as at 1997 witness? You gave example with Zulu War, the Zulu War.
Okay, you have finished your question. Can I answer?
Answer.
I'm not going to answer yes or no. I am going to answer the question. My Lord, our soldiers were dying virtually on a daily basis along Western Avenue, Bonny Camp, everywhere. Bomb was exploding as far as Onitsha, Ilani Stadium. You are asking whether there was a state of emergency. A formal state of emergency was not declared, but the Directorate of Military Intelligence took the most senior professional in the corps. Glory.
Thank you.
And make him a
formal state of emergency was not declared. Thank you very much. From the time you received that petition,
yes,
and from the time you allegedly briefed the acting DMI, how long did it take you to launch your operations to Ihiala?
Good. The acting DMI said before this commission that he briefed the Chief of Army Staff on the 19th. So at least he said that here before this commission, and that he had a rumor on the 21st. On the 23rd, he set up investigation to investigate what he had on the 19th. He said it before this commission, and then the rumor of 21. I went to the DMI immediately and I told him, look, we have this way. What do we do?
My question is this again.
Yes.
How long did it take you to launch your operations to Ihiala?
The operation was supposed to leave on the 15th. I don't know why the DMI went. So I told the guys, and they have admitted in evidence that you cannot go because DMI is not in. So they left on the 16th.
Thank you for the imagine. Take a look at Dulaga's statement again. Please give it to him.
Go do your exam. I go sign the paper. Come on, look.
You have not answered my question. My question is, did you react in writing?
Me Lord, she's asking whether you reacted in writing. I stormed to the man's office.
You have said, excuse me, you have said that.
So
you have said
I did not react.
I said the operation is illegal. You said the operation is legal.
It's very illegal.
Did you react in writing to make it legal?
Counsel,
can
we? I think we should stop this theater. It's going. The chairman has already given you a hint. First of all, I think the case is very clear, You can split the case into two. Namely, after the detention of Ezego here, if I understood Colonel Idere's testimony, once he was detained here by the police, and the suspicion was that Chuma had caused his detention, Ezego then used his connections with the military, which is why the allegation is that this chap simply said, okay, fine, there are bombs and explosives in Ihiala, I'll go and sort it out. And the allegation is that the man simply collected his people, armed himself, and went off to Ihiala on a frolic, so to say, on his own. Now, and the chairman has made it very clear, by now we should know whom we are to believe. So this is not something you're going to establish. The chairman has already given you a hint. First of all, I think the case is very clear. You can split the case into two. Namely, after the detention of Ezego here, if I understood Colonel Idere's testimony, once he was detained here by the police, and the suspicion was that Chuma had caused his detention, Ezego then used his connections with the military, which is why the allegation is that this chap simply said, okay, fine, there are bombs and explosives in Ihiala, I'll go and sort it out. And the allegation is that the man simply collected his people, armed himself, and went off to Ihiala on a frolic, so to say, on his own. Now, and the chairman has made it very clear, by now we should know whom we are to believe. So this is not something you're going to establish by any form of cross-examination. I think the facts are already in evidence, and you should at least credit us with a bit of common sense that we should know by now whom to believe. So why don't we simply close the matter at this point and move on, please?
Thank you, my lord. I just have very few questions to ask.
Okay. After all these things.
Colonel Mojegbe,
Yes.
you said
Yes, my lord.
You said he did not write Brigadier General Sabo's project.
Claro. That is made so clear. Everybody in this country knows I didn't write it.
My lord, that is all for the witness.
Nobody's intimidating her. She wants to go, she can go. No. I hope they are through with your question. I mean, we don't want to give the impression that anybody is being intimidated here.
My lord, I'm not true, but it's okay. Where I ended is okay, my lord. Major Adeka is here, who carried out the investigation.
Yes.
Is to testify on the remaining aspects of this.
Okay, if you say so. I mean,
Colonel, just for my...
Yes, my lord.
Yes, many of us, because you dramatize this thing about bombs were exploding and soldiers were dying here and there.
Yes, sir.
Do you have an idea about how many soldiers died under this funny bombing? Because on evidence, evidence has been adduced here that indeed the bombings were induced within the military itself. But have you an idea about how many people died?
Good.
How many soldiers died?
My lord, I don't have the exact figures, but I know that the soldier died in Ikeja cantonment. I know that along Goju Elegba, when the explosion took place, one soldier died and some were injured. And I know that some policemen were injured in the convoy of Colonel then, now Brigadier General Buba Marwa retired. I know that the bomb exploded in Onitsha. So I don't have all the figures, but bombs were exploding. And that is why indeed this task force was set up. And I was said, look, said you will be in charge as the task force commander.
what about the Kaduna explosion? But
Thank you very much, sir.
culture.
The bombs were exploding everywhere. So they said, okay, you are a very good chap. Can you take charge of this for the intelligence corps? And I took charge. And suddenly they say, oh, we didn't send you.
Culture.
The bombs were exploding everywhere. So they said, okay, you are a very good chap. Can you take charge of this for the intelligence corps? And I took charge. And suddenly they say, oh, we didn't send you.
Any other cross-examination?
Yes, my lord. I just have two questions for him.
All right.
Yeah. Colonel Majogbe,
Yes, my lord.
you have you indeed told this commission that you accept responsibility for the orders you gave Captain Dula and the other officers junior to him. That is to say, just hold on. That is to say, you accept responsibility for sending them to Ihiala to investigate the allegations made by Ezego. Now, who gave you instructions?
Colonel Stephen Idehane.
Now, did he ever accept responsibility for this instruction he gave you?
He did not. We would not have been here today.
Now, is it possible in the military setup and in the intelligence setup of the military for a unit of officers led by a captain to undertake an operation which will last about 3 days without the commander knowing about it at all? Is it possible from your experience?
It is not possible.
Why do you say so?
My Lord, this was an operation that involved men and ammunition, and we had the suspicion that if it was true, and we didn't know whether it was true, they could even die in the process. And that is why I gave them the telephone number of the commander in Enugu, the telephone number of the acting DMI, 3 telephone numbers, and I gave them my own. And I told them, when you get to Owerri, report to the commander there. It was a very dangerous thing. So they could not have just gone on their own. And thank God when they called, they spoke to the acting DMI.
Now, you also have testified here that indeed what was recovered at Ihiala were not bombs.
They were not bombs, my Lord.
Can you take a look at Exhibit 2? I think the list is attached there. And next to that's the report submitted by Captain Dula. Please, can you read the list of the items that were recovered at Ihiala?
I see. Oh, yes, indeed, my Lord. This is not very clear, but I can. 25 kg bag of potassium nitrate, 3 wet batteries, 1 packet of American Eagle pistol cartridge, 5 live rounds of 7.62 millimeter ammunition, 2 shotgun cartridges, 1 live round of 10 live rounds of different assorted ammunition, half a bag of yellowish substance, some quantities of black chemical, 4 wired locally made explosives. The others are not very clear. Copper wire, some nonsense.
Please read it.
1 roll of copper wire, some quantity of carbide.
It's all right. If you can't read some, the commission will read it. Now, there is no mention of any bomb there.
Not one, my Lord.
Now, please, do you recall the investigation conducted into this matter by the security group? Now,
I did.
if you do, was there an instance where a letter allegedly written by you when you were in detention was intercepted? And if it was, what was contained in that letter?
Yes, my Lord. When this matter broke and news was all over the place, there is a young man by the name of Lieutenant Colonel Ali Yakasai, who is my very close friend. And I know that he will be very disappointed. So I wrote a letter to him saying, look, Ali, I didn't do anything wrong. Please believe me. I was acting under the instructions of my boss, and I have a duty to protect my boss at any cost. In any case, don't forget that Colonel Idehene was appointed by General Sabo. So please wait until it is over. I will come and tell you the truth. And I sent it to Colonel Yakasai. Unfortunately, they intercepted it.
And used it as evidence?
Yeah, I used it as evidence. So they said, even when he was writing to somebody and he didn't know that they will intercept it, they intercepted it and found he was saying, please don't believe them. This is the truth.
Please, during this investigation, were you at any time confronted were you put to confront each other with Colonel Idehene?
Oh, yes.
Please tell the commission what happened.
So when it became clear, because I had said, I am the one that did it and I'm ready to take whatever punishment. Then I said, maybe there is a truth in this. So they brought Colonel Idehene. Said, yes. What do you know about this operation? He started lying. He said, me? I don't know this man. This and that. This is a stupid man. Then the colonel told him, this man is your senior. He said he didn't care. You know, he said he didn't care at all. And in fact, he's going to deal with all of you and all that. He got very angry. He became very wild. You know, and then he kept denying and said he was going to storm out of the place. He was going to deal with everybody. We knew what he was talking about at the time because he was very close to the chief of army staff. And I was not. I don't run around senior officers. My job speaks for me.
But he was also subject to...
Oh, he was interrogated. In fact, my Lord, let me seize the opportunity to explain. When the